Hell and the helpers high. You know, people like to do all kinds of things to get high. From what killed Tom Petty and Prince to, you know, uh, good things. And what I was really into, like ganja alchemy, to meditation. But what is possibly the greatest high a human, an essence in a flesh suit, could experience? It's known as the helper's high. And this is partially in response to, the crazy spider poem and the channel, The Prison Called Life, made a video today about You're Already in Hell. And yes, many people into the modern Gnosis movement feel like this place is a hell. And as I've said, I feel it was repurposed into that. And, the cliche, the road to hell is paved in good intentions, is so unfortunately often true. But when you mind the devil in the details, when you look at the actual intentions behind a good deed, for example, my friend letting me stay here for a while through the rainstorm, and yes, to have the wonderful, expansive, exploratory, open conversation, to tell the radical, honest truth, the amazing gift of having a friend that you could share with that, and whatever other intentions that might be more selfish or not, I feel that, of course, from the purest sense, they, love me as a friend, and there is a helper's high when you help someone, especially when they really need your help. I'm thankful to miss it, but yeah, I've developed the routine of going to the Midtown Santa Cruz homeless faith communities shower truck that they did a barbecue to get, and some of the people that, like the ones that are doing it in a little while here today, who slam on the door 15 minutes exactly after you get in, kind of seems like they want to get into heaven or balance the scales of karma. But, the retired dentist that often cleans the showers on Tuesday, yeah, he could be trying to get into heaven, but, I have a really strong feeling that he actually enjoys the purest and the greatest high that I feel that a spirit in a human flesh suit can experience. My mother's sister's husband, a sun sign Gemini, in a sun sign Gemini state, South Carolina, would, pull over to give people help. And he once told me, Trey, those things that I do to help others are the greatest thing I do for myself. And of course, he's a devout Christian. They sing in 2 church choirs on Sunday. But take away this motivation based in the madness of the Abrahamic faith. When you do something to serve another, especially something that really helps them, you will experience the purest and the greatest high. And, in my research into Buddhism, I've found reference to the term bodhisattva only within the last 300 or 400 or 500 years, which is a subtle red flag to me. Did they add that in? Is it really possible that an enlightened master would reincarnate into this psychological and financial slavery based and endless war, hijacked sacred divinity Christ Sophia, turned into a hell realm just to help others awaken and escape, and or is that a made up term? Either way, in the moment of service, in the moment of doing something that really helps another person, you get the feeling of the greatest high possible, the helper's high. And even as I contemplated smoking a little cannabis for the first time in what seems like forever today, one of the reasons it made me decide against it was that even with my limited range, I prefer the delight of sharing gnosis, the delight of the greatest high ever, and especially that I'm not monetized and I don't have a huge following. I love the greatest high on earth. And yes, those that I call narcissist heroes, really, when they're not busy patting themselves on the back, talking about how great they are and how they're going to save the entire world from the devil and how we're going to free the whole world. If they actually do help others get free or enlightened or wake up, yeah, they're still feeling it. But of course, the more narcissistic they are, the more tainted it is, the more they're paving the road or the trail for those people that they help to go right down into the hell realm again. And yes, those who indiscriminately serve others very often cause the ignorant or, not so awakened or even manipulative, collapsed narcissists they serve further sentence into hell. But if it is even possible, or to the degree that it is possible, and that I haven't been manipulating my friend or taking advantage of her kindness, and there is some balance, and she actually respects me, our conversations, my service here, to the degree that it is somewhat balanced and reciprocal, she gets to be a part of this wisdom service, even if she doesn't want to do an interview and talk with me here. And it is the greatest high on earth. Because if you are an empath, if you know that we truly are originally a part of the great original creator, and you know the deep level of suffering and psychological and financial slavery and hell that the majority of this plane net or whatever it is has become. And you could serve someone who needs it, food, a shower, some wisdom, a smile, anything that serves them. You know what I'm talking about. What do you think? Is it true? Even in a repurposed divinity turned into hell, the helper's high is the greatest feeling.